Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Stories for Beginners. I'm so happy to see you here today. Do you want to speak English more naturally when you travel? On this channel, stories become your teacher, and we practice with the shadowing technique. Listen carefully, then repeat after me, just like my shadow. Copy my voice, my speed, and my feeling. This trains your brain to think in English. Rather than translating, today's story is called I Went to Ottawa. It follows a first-time trip to Canada's capital, Parliament Hill, the Rideau Canal, ByWard Market, museums, and a calm sunset by the river. Relax, listen closely, and repeat each line with me. Are you ready? Let's begin. The plan.
My name is Lena. I love quiet cities with rivers and parks. One evening, I booked a ticket to Ottawa. I write a simple plan in my notebook. Parliament Hill, Rideau Canal, ByWard Market, museums. I pack light and charge my phone. I check the weather and add a jacket. I fall asleep with a calm heart.
Arrival at YOW.
The plane lands in the afternoon. I follow the signs to immigration. Passport, please, the officer says. Stamp, a fresh page is marked. I pick up my bag at Carousel 3. I follow the sign for taxis and buses. I bought a day pass for OC Transpo. I ride into the city with a soft smile.
First walk downtown.
I check in at a small hotel near Spark Street. I drink water and change my shoes. I walk toward Parliament Hill. The Peace Tower rises above the trees. I stand by the lawn and breathe. Flags wave gently in the wind. I take one careful photo and stop. I write a line. First day. First view.
The hill and the river.
I walk around the back of the Parliament buildings. The path opens to a high lookout. The Ottawa River shines like a long mirror. Boats move slowly under wide bridges. I rest my arms on the rail. I read a sign about the valley. I learn one fact and note it down. I feel ready for tomorrow.
Morning on the Rideau Canal.
I wake early and tie my shoelaces. I walk to the canal near the locks. Water steps down toward the river. I watch the lock gates open and close. A cyclist rings a small bell and passes. Joggers move with even breath. I sit on a bench and drink water. I write 2 words. Steady. Clear.
ByWard Market.
I follow a quiet street to ByWard Market. Stalls display berries, flowers, and cheese. A busker plays guitar near a corner. I bought a small basket of strawberries. I tried a maple cookie from a bakery. Sweet, soft, and warm in my hand. I listen to voices in many languages. I circle National Gallery on my map.
The National Gallery.
A glass facade reflects the sky. Inside, light fills open rooms. I walk slowly from painting to painting. I pause in front of a calm landscape. A guide speaks softly to a small group. I learned 2 new words and wrote them down. I thank the guide with a smile. I step back into the bright day.
Major's Hill Park.
I climb a short path into the park. Grass rolls down toward the canal and river. Parliament sits across like a stone crown. I take off my backpack and rest. Families share sandwiches on a blanket. A breeze moves the leaves above me. I drink water and stretch my legs. I plan my afternoon across the bridge.
Over to Gatineau.
I cross the Alexandra Bridge on foot. Wooden boards click gently under my steps. The river flows broad and calm below. I enter Gatineau and follow the signs. The Canadian Museum of History stands by the water. Curved walls echo the shape of the land. I sit on a low wall and read my notes. Then I go inside for 1 hour.
Stories at the museum.
A timeline wraps around a long hall. Voices and images tell many histories. I listen to a quiet audio station. I read captions with simple focus. I learn dates, names, and places. I write 3 short facts in my notebook. I thank a staff member for directions. I walk back out to the sun.
Late lunch back in the market.
I cross the bridge to Ottawa again. The market feels lively but kind. I ordered soup and a small salad. I sit near a window and watch the street. A child points at a painted mural. A server refills my glass with water. I pay, smile, and say thank you. I check my map for the next stop.
The Peace Tower View.
I return to Parliament Hill for the tour. Security is calm and well organized. An elevator rises inside the tower. Bells rest above in a tall chamber. At the top, the city spreads in all directions. Canal, river, bridges, trees, and roofs. I take one quiet photo and stop. I let the view stay in my mind.
Evening by the canal.
Sunlight grows soft along the water. Rowers glide past in long shells. Cyclists share the path with walkers. I lean on a railing and breathe. I write 3 words. Slow, safe, gentle. I put my phone away and just look. A duck lands and leaves small ripples. I feel the day settle into calm.
The O train ride.
I walk to Parliament Station underground. The platform is bright and clean. A train arrives with a soft chime. I board and hold a center pole. Stations pass with clear announcements. I ride to Herdman and back again. I test my pass and routes for tomorrow. I exit above ground with confidence.
Rideau Hall and a quiet garden.
In the morning, I take a bus to New Edinburgh. A short walk brings me to Rideau Hall. Trees line the path like a green tunnel. I joined a small outdoor tour. We hear stories about rooms and guests. After the tour, I visited the rose garden. I sit on a bench under a light shade. I drink water and mark my map.
The science and tech stop.
I ride a bus to the science museum. Kids laugh near a big locomotive. I test a hands-on display with lights. I read a short panel about invention. I learn a new phrase and note it down. I thank a volunteer for a tip. I take a picture of a tiny satellite model. I head back toward downtown.
Spark Street and a break.
Spark Street is car-free and calm. Cafes set tables along the walkway. I ordered a tea with lemon. I rest my feet and check my photos. A street statue catches warm light. I sent a picture to my mother. She replies, "So pretty, enjoy." I smile and finish my tea.
Spark Street and a break.
I walk up toward the lookout, behind the gallery. The river bends like a silver ribbon. The sky turns orange, then pink, then blue. Parliament silhouettes against the light. I stand still and count my breaths. I keep my phone in my pocket. I give the moment full attention. I whisper, "Thank you, Ottawa."
Last morning, Canal walk.
I wake early for one more walk. Mist rests low over the water. A runner waves and keeps pace. I listen to birds and distant bells. I sit on a bench near the locks. I write 4 words. Return in spring tulips. I close my notebook and stand. It is time to go.
Farewell on the bus.
I ride the city bus back to the airport. Streets pass in quiet morning light. I list the places from this trip: hill, canal, market, museums, gardens, river. I added 3 lessons at the end. Ask kindly. Confirm the route. Carry water. I zip my bag and smile. Ottawa feels careful, green, and kind.
Great job! You listened, repeated, and shadowed with me today. Every sentence you spoke made your English stronger. I Went to Ottawa reminds us that travel is more than places. It is steady water at the locks, calm views over the river, and simple kindness in a market line. Simple English can guide you through buses, bridges, galleries, and gardens. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to English Stories for Beginners for more shadowing practice. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Remember, 1 page, 1 story, 1 step. Your English will grow. Thank you for learning with me today. See you in the next video.